In this chapter, we talked about diversity, which has become an increasingly more popular issue over the last few years, especially. But the discussion board question is, why is it harder for women and minorities to find success or even find leadership roles in the first place to begin with? Um, and As I read the chapter, I thought about this question, and I realized a couple different things, and I wrote them down. We learned in the chapter that diversity has become a pressing matter, just it seems like within the last few years. And so, um, all years prior to that, it wasn't really an issue. Like, no one really paid attention to it. And so I feel like that is probably, it puts women and minorities at a disadvantage from the get-go, pretty much, just because this is such a relatively new thing and a new concept of diversity. And we've actually seen positive effects of diversity. Productivity, effectiveness, efficiency all improve when you have a diverse work environment. And so now that people have realized that, it's kind of a relatively new concept. But also, another thing that contributes to this is probably biases, especially from those who are hiring. Whether they know it or not, they might have a bias, which is basically a bias is when someone makes decisions in a way that favors their beliefs, pretty much. So you could have a woman or a minority come in for an interview, and just based off the manager's biases, they might already make their decision right when the person walks in the door, which is very, uh, it seems just very just inefficient and ineffective, because you don't know what that person's capable of just based off the way they look, or whether they're male or female or whatever. And then we also talked about discrimination in the chapter, and I think that's also another reason people will discriminate, unfortunately, against your gender, your race, your age, even, we learned in the chapter. And it's just so unfortunate. It's discrimination, obviously. I think we all know what it is. It's unfair treatment. And we also learned about overt discrimination, which is like plain, obvious, direct discrimination. So I believe all those are reasons why it's can be so difficult for women and minorities to find leadership roles, and to even be put in a position to be in a leadership role, unfortunately. And I do have some hope, though. I think we're on the right direction when it comes to diversity in the workplace and in leadership roles. But obviously, we still have some work to do. So